Hi, my name is Kim Larson, and I'm going to take you through the analysis of Harley-Davidson. Past and current strategies, the business model and direction, marketing strategies, and the internal and external environments will be discussed, as well as threats and opportunities that the organization is facing. Finally, recommendations on how to use uncovered opportunities will be given to help Harley-Davidson develop a plan for growth. Harley-Davidson was established in 1903. Today they design and manufacture motorcycles and their constituent parts, accompanying apparel and accessories, and financing and insurance services. They endured through both world wars, with nearly half of their production in 1918 used in the war effort, impressing the brand as an American symbol. The 1960s brought global competition from Japan and their lightweight Honda motorcycles, which ended with an acquisition from American Machine and Foundry, followed by a decade of declining sales due to low production quality, then an eventual buyback from Harley-Davidson's management in 1981. The 90s brought a strategic initiative that focused on establishing the brand as a lifestyle and operating in a niche premium market. They excelled in earning and keeping customers, an achievement indicative to the rise in repeat sales. They focused on a small product line that was customer-tailored, the organizational strategy that allowed the company to persevere when others failed. Keeping the exclusivity of the brand, having a quality product, and selling an experience has always been the reason Harley-Davidson has prevailed. Harley-Davidson's mission statement articulates the purpose of the company. It's unique to its competitors. Their mission is clear, concise to the product line, but not so specific that it does not leave room for growth and change. Their vision statement is broad perspective of the company and is motivational and inspiring to its stakeholders. Harley-Davidson believes the key to success is to balance stakeholders' interests through the empowerment of all employees to focus on value-added activities. They incorporate the importance of relationships and the global environment. From its inception in 1903 and through depressions in both world wars, the Harley-Davidson name was imprinted into American iconography. This was all accomplished with almost no strategy, solely because there was not a great deal of direct competition. They did understand the value in marketing, although they may not have understood the reach it would have at the time. From as early as 1915, the company hired photographers to capture everyday people using their product. The pictures highlighted Harley-Davidson products, employees, facilities, along with new technologies, changing social customs, and the evolving landscape of the city of Milwaukee. The photographs accentuated that the customers and employees were the priorities of the company. Harley-Davidson motorcycle was part of their life and culture. During the period when wars and depressions were the reality for Americans, the gratification of owning a bike was represented in the photographs. This sense of adventure, excitement, and escapism was what was beginning to draw customers. Harley-Davidson started to formulate strategies that innovated the customer experience. This is when the culture of Harley-Davidson as an experience was born and strategy began to form for the organization. The customer-focused strategy worked well for more than 4 decades because the competition was not well established. Globalization became the factor that forced Harley-Davidson to establish a concrete business model that identified clear goals and objectives and strategies. In the 1960s, Japan began to manufacture cheaper, lightweight, and more practical motorcycles. This new competition meant that there was a clear substitute for consumers. The company started to show signs of collapse and in 1969 was bought by American Machine and Foundry. Sales drastically declined due to low production quality as the focus was on mass production instead of customization and personalization. In 1981, Harley-Davidson's management team bought back the company in a last effort to save the brand. A new strategy was developed to involve the customer in the Harley-Davidson experience. Brand positioning as strategy was the most important and successful fragment of the Harley-Davidson business model. At the organizational level, dealers were the objective because of their proximity to the customer. Having specified dealerships that only sold their brand and that were expertly trained and enthusiastic about selling the Harley-Davidson lifestyle greatly impacted the perception of the brand. Product diversification became the next avenue to explore to enhance the lifestyle brand by moving the business into complementary items. The company brand logo was a part of the customer's own branding, a way for riders to identify one another as part of this exclusive group. The Harley-Davidson customer sees owning a motorcycle as part of their lifestyle. The core audience has always been men over the age of 5 that buys a Harley-Davidson to be part of a family that enjoys freedom, passion, individualism, power, and mystery that owning a motorcycle brings. It is the all-American brand where the customer continues to invest rather than the bike. This devotion to the brand is the catalyst to the chosen marketing mix that Harley-Davidson has relied on. Harley-Davidson's marketing mix focuses on brand equity, specifically personal selling through specified dealers to promote the brand, products, and business. Their product mix is relatively restrained, consisting of motorcycles, engines, parts, accessories, clothing, and rentals, with customization and quality being their biggest appeal. The place component of the marketing mix is unique to the organization because their products can only be purchased through authorized dealers and on the online store. The promotion of Harley-Davidson is not just a brand, but as the epitome of biker culture is the most involved portion of the marketing mix. The organization achieves this through personal selling, public relations, advertising, sales, promotion, and direct marketing. The public relations tool is evident in their Harley Owners Group rallies used to promote brand awareness. The use of advertising helps to keep the Harley-Davidson name at the top of mind for potential customers and is beneficial in reaching large populations. Sales promotion is used sparingly in the marketing mix. Instead, they choose to keep prices at a premium rate and promote quality and service as selling advantages. The use of direct marketing is also used sparingly, as the preference is personal selling to promote the brand and products to customers. The pricing strategy is high in comparison to industry averages because their image has remained consistent with quality over quantity of sales. The customization, quality, and craftsmanship that goes along with the purchase of a Harley-Davidson motorcycle is tied to the differentiation strategy which distinguishes them from their competitors. Harley-Davidson's organizational structure follows centralized control of business. The focus on limited markets, revenues, and development in the United States with a small emphasis on global expansion. The structure consists of a chief executive officer followed by individual departments, both domestically and globally. The resulting financial numbers for the 2018 first quarter was an increase in revenue by 2.7%, a decrease in net income of 6.2%, and an earnings per share down 1.9%. U.S. retail market share was down 0.9%, financial services were up 20.8% due to a decrease in credit losses, and taxes were down 10%. Internationally, their sales were up 0.2%. Domestically, the retail sales were down 12%. Global sales decreased by 7.2%. There were no revenues reported from 2015 to 2016. Operating margins decreased from 19.3% in 2015 to 17.5% in 2016, and their net margin dropped from 12.5% in 2015 to 11.5% in 2016. In the external environment, leadership needs to address economic and political concerns in both the domestic and international markets. Economically, there is a threatened stable credit accessibility which supports competitors in emerging markets. The political environment also offers threats due to governmental influence. Free trade agreements have flooded the market with substitute products. Aggressive competition, imitation, and increasing preference for electric vehicles are aspects of consideration as well. Harley-Davidson's competition sells low-cost products that can imitate the chopper design. Also, the Harley-Davidson chopper is known for having internal combustion engines, a feature that can negatively impact the current environmentalist trends. Porter's 5 Forces analysis outlines the threats posed by competitive rivalry, powerful buyers, powerful suppliers, potential new entrants, and substitute products. Competitive rivalry and bargaining power of customers are the most significant external forces that affect Harley-Davidson. Performance responds to competition, and Harley-Davidson must contend with a high number of industry competitors and high availability of substitute products. Customers contribute strongly to their business performance. There's a high availability of substitutes and available information for customers to make better buying decisions. Threat of substitutes and new entrants pose a moderate external force due to moderate switching costs and variety of availability of substitutes. Threat of new entrants is also a moderate external force because they have the potential to lessen Harley-Davidson's customer base. The force is only moderate because new entrants will likely never reach the economies of scale that Harley-Davidson has benefited from. Bargaining powers of suppliers is the weakest of external forces because they have little to no control over distribution or sales of the products, nor are they able to impose demands. Harley-Davidson remains as one of the biggest motorcycle manufacturers in the world. This success is predicated on the organization's internal strategic factors most relative to business. Harley-Davidson's core competencies are rooted in brand image and motorcycle culture. Their strategy is to differentiate as luxury lifestyle through customization. Their value chain proficiencies start with their operations management, an important strategic division of the organization that concerns productivity, quality, and cost. The manufacturing of all motorcycles go through rigorous standards, and the goal is always to maximize output without sacrificing the design and quality that they're known for. Market and product development are used to gain new customers through innovation while penetrating new markets. Internal strengths that can be used for growth and development include their loyal customer base and an expertise in custom motorcycle production. The influence of new technologies on products and business operations is a tremendous opportunity for Harley-Davidson. Sociologically, there are opportunities in augmenting the brand image from one that is primarily luxury and customization to one that heightens the importance of having a leisurely pastime, specifically motorcycle riding, and a greater inclusion of women as part of the marketing of motorcycle culture would open the market further. Ecologically, Harley-Davidson can find opportunity in current trends involving sustainability and low-carbon lifestyles. Legally, they can address the expansion of emissions regulations and environmental protection laws. In the external environment, opportunities are embedded in the stability of major markets and the growth of developing countries. The global market is a key success factor for Harley-Davidson. Business and growth development from global expansion, product diversification, and partnerships with complementary business deliver the greatest success in the external environment. When combined with emerging and developing markets, these key success factors provide further opportunities for the organization. Additional opportunities lie in e-commerce, patent protection laws, and free trade agreements. Free trade agreements have made global expansion possible for Harley-Davidson by allowing them the potential to move production overseas. E-commerce creates opportunities to enhance online presence and expand market reach. Opportunity also presents in patent protection for their products based on intergovernmental efforts on patent laws. It is recommended that Harley-Davidson implement changes in their global growth strategy to capitalize on opportunities based on free trade agreements and the economic growth of developing countries. Online marketing campaigns pertaining to e-commerce and extending market reach through women-centric campaigns should be used. Product development in green technologies and environmental impact of its products provide the chance to appeal to a new market. It is recommended that they develop motorcycles that are fuel efficient to appeal to the environmentally concerned buyer. Harley-Davidson is behind competitors concerning business sustainability and how fuel efficiency affects climate change. Environmentalists are keen to Harley-Davidson's mediocre emissions ratings and overdue steps to sustainability. These threats can easily be turned into opportunities to improve Harley-Davidson's business image and enhance their core competencies and competitive advantage by surpassing requirements for emissions regulations and to contributing to environmentalist programs. Green technologies, research and development, investment in new technologies, and placement of modernized technology into motorcycles are examples, strategic internal factors that the organization can evaluate. An investigation of the external environment revealed that international growth requires strategic reform in response to economic characteristics, key success factors, trends, and opportunities in Porter's 5 Forces analysis. Effects from competition and the strong bargaining power of customers can be counteracted by product development and innovation. Moderate threats can be opposed through strategic alliances, global expansion, and new market entry. Many opportunities were uncovered in the economic and political environments that offer areas of expansion that can neutralize competition. Additional opportunities lie in addressing global expansion and technological and environmental innovation. If Harley-Davidson can concentrate on these opportunities, global expansion will elevate the brand further while offering increased competitive advantage.